Hey, before we start today, I want to ask you something honest.
Ooh, honest questions. My favorite.
How long have you been waiting to speak English?
Oh, that's a big one.
1 month? 6 months? Maybe 2 years?
Maybe more than that for some people.
And every day you think, I'm not ready yet. My English is not good enough yet. Maybe next month.
And next month becomes next year.
Yeah, it does. So today, we're not going to talk about grammar. We're not going to give you a grammar test.
Definitely not.
Today, we're going to talk about something more important. We're going to talk about fear, about silence, and about why the moment you've been waiting for is actually right now.
Right now. Not tomorrow.
Not when your English is perfect.
Because perfect doesn't come before speaking. It comes from speaking. Welcome to Speak Better English. I'm Adam.
And I'm Sara. And we are so happy you're here today.
Truly. If you're listening to this, you're already doing something brave.
You're choosing to learn. You're choosing to grow. And that matters.
Today's episode is called Stop Waiting and Start Speaking English. And honestly, this might be one of the most important conversations we've had on this podcast.
Because we're not just talking about English today. We're talking about you, your feelings, your fears, and your voice.
And I think a lot of people need to hear this. Because so many learners, really smart, really capable people, stay silent for too long.
They have so much to say, but fear keeps them quiet.
And that's what we want to change today.
So whether you're at home, on the bus, walking outside, welcome. You're in the right place.
Let's go.
Adam, can I share something personal?
Of course. Always.
When I first started learning a second language, not English, another language I was terrified to speak. Like, genuinely scared.
Really? What did that feel like?
It felt like everyone was watching me. Like every word I said was being judged. And if I made a mistake, even a small one, I wanted to disappear.
I think so many people feel exactly that.
And the worst part? I knew the words. I studied. I knew the grammar. But when I opened my mouth, everything went blank.
Like your brain just left the room.
Exactly. Like, hello, brain. Where did you go?
I've been there too. I remember one time I was in a meeting and someone asked me a simple question and I just froze. Completely froze. And I knew the answer. I just couldn't find the words fast enough.
And that silence feels so loud, doesn't it?
So loud. Like the whole world is waiting.
If you've ever felt that frozen feeling, we want you to know you are not alone. That feeling is real, and it has a name.
It's called communication anxiety, and it affects millions of language learners around the world.
Even people who have been learning English for years.
Even people who are actually quite good at English.
The fear doesn't always go away with more grammar. Sometimes it needs something different.
It needs courage. And a little bit of strategy.
So let's talk about this. Why do learners freeze? Why does the brain just stop?
Okay. So there are a few reasons. And I think the first one is the most common.
Tell me.
We try to translate, in our heads, from our language to English. And that takes time. And while we're translating, the conversation is already moving forward.
And then we feel behind. And then we panic.
Exactly. It's like trying to run while tying your shoes at the same time.
That's a great image.
The translation process is slow, and spoken conversations are fast. So there's always this gap, and that gap feels terrifying.
So what's the solution? Just stop translating?
I wish it was that simple. But yes, slowly, over time, you want to start thinking in English, not translating from your language.
And how do you do that?
Small steps. You start with simple things. When you see a chair, you think, chair. Not the word in your language, just chair.
When you drink coffee, you think, I'm drinking coffee.
Exactly. You start narrating your life, slowly, quietly, in English.
I love that, like a little movie in your head.
And over time, the translation step gets smaller and smaller until it almost disappears.
But there's another reason people freeze, right? It's not just translation.
Right. The second reason is perfectionism. We want to say the perfect sentence, the perfect word, perfect pronunciation. And because we can't guarantee perfection, we say nothing.
We choose silence over imperfection.
And silence feels safe. But silence doesn't help you grow.
Silence keeps you exactly where you are.
And the third reason, and this one is important, is that we compare ourselves to native speakers. We hear someone speak English fluently and beautifully, and we think, I'll never sound like that.
And that comparison is so unfair to yourself.
So unfair. Because that person has been speaking English their whole life. You've been learning for months, or maybe a few years.
You're comparing your beginning to their middle.
That's really well said, Sarah.
So if you catch yourself doing that, comparing your English to a native speaker, stop. Be kind to yourself. You're on a different road, and that's okay.
Sarah, can we talk more about the translation problem? Because I think it's bigger than people realize.
Absolutely. Because it's not just about speed, is it?
No. It's about how you feel when you translate. Because when you translate, you're always one step behind. And that feeling of being behind makes you anxious.
And anxiety makes your brain work even slower.
It's a cycle. Anxiety, slow thinking, more anxiety, more slow thinking.
That sounds exhausting.
It is exhausting. I've seen people leave a 5-minute English conversation completely drained, like they ran a marathon.
Because mentally they did.
So the long-term goal is to reduce that translation step, to get your English brain working directly, without the detour through your first language.
And how long does that take?
It's different for everyone. But I've seen people make real progress in a few months, with daily practice.
Daily practice. Not perfect practice, just daily.
Even 5 minutes a day makes a difference.
5 minutes. You can do 5 minutes.
And here's a trick I love. When you're alone in the shower, cooking, walking, talk to yourself in English.
People think that's strange.
It's not strange. It's training. You're training your brain to produce English without pressure.
No one is judging you in the shower.
Exactly. It's the safest place to practice.
And when you forget a word which will happen, you don't stop. You work around it.
Right. And this is a real skill, working around missing words.
In English, we call it circumlocution. It means describing something when you don't know the exact word.
For example, you forget the word umbrella. So instead you say, it's a thing you hold when it rains. It's round, and it keeps you dry.
And the other person understands immediately.
Communication happens, even without the perfect word.
That's real English. That's how real people talk. Adam, I want to talk about something that I know a lot of listeners struggle with: pronunciation.
Oh, yes. The big one.
So many people stay silent because they're afraid of how they sound. They're afraid people will laugh or not understand them.
And that fear is so real. I don't want to minimize it.
But I also want to challenge it a little. Because is pronunciation really as important as we think?
Here's what I believe. Pronunciation matters for clarity. You want people to understand you. That's the goal.
Right.
But a perfect accent? That's not the goal. That's not even realistic for most adult learners.
And honestly, it's not necessary.
Think about all the amazing English speakers in the world. Scientists, writers, leaders, people who speak English with a French accent, a Japanese accent, a Spanish accent, an Arabic accent.
And we understand them. And we respect them.
Because they speak. They don't hide behind silence.
Your accent is part of who you are. It's not a mistake. It's your identity.
I love that, Sarah.
Now, there are some sounds in English that are genuinely difficult. And it's worth practicing them, but not because you want to sound like a native speaker.
Because you want to be understood clearly.
Exactly. There's a difference.
For example, the TH sound, in words like think or the. Many learners find this hard.
And if you say sink instead of think, there could be a small misunderstanding.
So that's worth practicing. Not for perfection, for clarity.
But most of the time, most pronunciation differences, people understand you perfectly.
They really do. Native speakers are very good at understanding different accents because they hear them all the time.
So the next time you feel embarrassed about your pronunciation, ask yourself, Did they understand me? If yes, you succeeded.
That's the test. Not, did I sound perfect? But, did I communicate?
Communication is the goal. Always.
Okay, so let's say you're speaking, and you make a mistake. What do you do?
This is so important.
Because a lot of learners, when they make a mistake, they stop. Completely. Like the conversation is over.
Or they apologize 10 times. Sorry, my English is bad, sorry.
And the other person is like, no, it's fine, please continue.
And the learner is already in a spiral of embarrassment.
So what's the better approach?
Keep going. Just keep going.
Seriously, most mistakes in conversation the other person doesn't even notice.
Or if they notice, they don't care. They're focused on what you're saying, not how perfectly you're saying it.
Think about it from the other side. When you talk to someone, are you judging every small grammar mistake they make?
Of course not. You're listening to the meaning.
Exactly. And that's what people do when they listen to you.
Now there are some useful phrases that can help you recover when you lose your way in a sentence.
Right. These are real phrases. Real people use them. Even native speakers.
Like, let me start again.
Or, what I mean is.
Or, give me a second to think.
Or, I forgot the word, but it's something like.
These phrases are gold. They keep the conversation moving. They show confidence, not weakness.
Because confident people don't pretend to be perfect. They just keep talking.
Say one of these phrases right now, out loud. Give me a second to think.
Say it like you mean it, calmly, naturally.
Good. Now you have it. Use it next time you need it. Let's talk about a specific situation that many listeners face. Speaking English at work or at school.
This one is really important. Because the pressure in those environments is real.
At work, you want to seem professional. You don't want your boss or colleagues to think less of you because of your English.
At school, you're surrounded by other students. Maybe some of them speak English better than you, and that comparison can feel crushing.
I know that feeling.
So, what do?
First, remember that being in an English-speaking environment at work or school is already an achievement. You got there. That took effort and courage.
Absolutely. You're already doing something hard.
Second, it's okay to say, I'm still learning English. That's not weakness. That's honesty.
And most good people will respect that. They'll speak more slowly. They'll help you.
Try saying this phrase, I'm still learning English. Can you speak a little more slowly?
That sentence is powerful. It's clear. It's confident. It gets results.
And third, at work or school, you don't need to speak perfectly. You need to communicate effectively.
There's a difference. Effective communication means the other person understands your message. That's it.
You know, I once read about a study researchers found that in international business meetings, non-native English speakers often communicate more clearly than native speakers.
Really?
Because they use simple, direct language. They don't use idioms that confuse people. They say exactly what they mean.
That's fascinating. So sometimes simpler English is actually better English.
In professional situations, often yes.
Simple English is not bad English. Simple English is powerful English. Sarah, I want to give listeners something practical, something they can start today.
I love practical. Go ahead.
The 5-minute speaking habit.
Tell me more.
Every day, just 5 minutes, you speak English out loud. To yourself. No audience, no pressure, just you and your voice.
And what do you talk about?
Anything. Describe your morning. I woke up at 7. I had coffee. The weather is cold today.
Simple, real, daily.
Or you can answer questions. Imagine someone asks you, "What did you do yesterday?" And you answer, out loud, in English.
Even if no one is asking.
Even if no one is asking. Because you're training your mouth. You're training your brain. You're building the habit of producing English.
And 5 minutes is not a lot. But 5 minutes every day, that's 35 minutes a week. That's over 2 hours a month.
That adds up. Quietly, powerfully.
And you can make it more interesting. Some people record themselves.
That's brave.
It is. But it's so useful because you hear yourself. You notice things, and over time, you hear yourself improving.
That's real evidence of progress, not a test score. your own voice, getting better.
And on the days when you feel like you're not improving, you can go back and listen to an old recording, and you'll hear the difference.
That's a beautiful idea.
So today, just 5 minutes. Talk about your day. In English, out loud. Start there. Adam, I want to talk about something that I think surprises a lot of learners.
What's that?
You don't need big words to sound natural in English. In fact, big words can sometimes make you sound less natural.
That's so true. I've heard learners use very formal academic words in casual conversation, and it sounds a little strange.
Like saying, I am experiencing significant fatigue, instead of, I'm really tired.
Exactly. I'm really tired is perfect. It's natural. It's what real people say.
So one of the best things you can do is learn how real people speak. Not textbook English, not formal essay English. Real, daily English.
And the best way to do that?
Listen, a lot, to real conversations. Podcasts like this one, TV shows, films, YouTube videos of real people talking.
And notice the small words, the connecting words. Well, actually, you know, I mean.
These small words make your English sound alive, human, natural.
Instead of, I do not agree with your opinion, you might say, well, I'm not sure I agree actually.
Softer. More natural, more real.
And these small words, well, actually, I mean, you know, kind of, sort of, they give you time to think. They fill the gap while your brain catches up.
These are called filler words, and they are not bad English. They are human English.
Every native speaker uses them. Every single one.
So don't be afraid of or well or you know. Use them. They make you sound more natural.
And one more thing, smile when you speak. I know that sounds strange for a language tip.
But it works.
It really does. When you smile, your voice changes. It becomes warmer, more open, more inviting, and people respond to that.
Communication is not just words. It's energy. It's warmth. It's presence.
And you have all of that in any language.
Adam, I want to say something to the person listening right now.
Go ahead.
If you've been waiting to speak English, if you've been telling yourself not yet, not ready, not good enough, I want you to hear this. You are already enough, right now, with the English you have today.
Imperfect English that is spoken is infinitely more powerful than perfect English that is never used.
Your voice matters, your story matters, and the world deserves to hear it.
I think about all the conversations that never happened because someone was too scared to speak. All the connections that were never made. All the friendships that never started.
Because of fear.
And I think what a waste. Not of talent, but of possibility.
You have possibility, so much of it. Don't let fear keep it locked inside.
Speak, even badly, even slowly, even with mistakes.
Especially with mistakes.
Because every mistake is a step, and every step moves you forward. Okay, before we go, your challenge for today.
And this one is real. We want you to actually do this.
Today, or tomorrow at the latest, have one English conversation. One real conversation.
It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be perfect.
It can be with a friend, a colleague, a shopkeeper, a stranger, or even yourself.
But it has to be out loud, in English, with your real voice.
And if you freeze, use one of our phrases. Give me a second to think. Or, what I mean is, INDA.
And if you make a mistake, keep going. Just keep going.
And if you feel proud after, you should. Because you did something brave.
We believe in you. We really do. That's our episode for today. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Genuinely thank you. Episodes like this mean a lot to us, because we know how real this topic is.
If this episode helped you, share it. With a friend who's learning English. With someone who needs to hear that their voice matters.
And subscribe to Speak Better English on YouTube. We have new episodes every week, and every episode is made with care for you.
Leave us a comment. Tell us, what is your biggest challenge when speaking English? We read every comment.
And remember, you don't need perfect English to connect with people.
You need honest English.
Human English.
Your English.
Take care, everyone.
Speak soon.